What's up, everybody? It's Late Night Keefe here at GhostCultMag.com. I am not at Ghost Cult Mag HQ, but I'm here with another live stream, a little late night live stream, just to get it out of the way. It's been that kind of week. But here I am, late at night, doing the thing, bringing you an extra special bonus live stream. It is Thursday everywhere in the world, just about. I will be going live again later this morning in about 12 hours or less with the weekly ritual at a special time. I'll get on and let everybody know in advance when it's going to go live. But I'm traveling. I've been traveling this week, and I have some travel today. So I have to get it done any way I can. So I'm here doing the damn thing. Thanks for anybody that's watching on the major channels and socials. I'll try to be interactive. This is your live stream too, so feel free to ask questions, jump in, do the damn thing. And yeah, I appreciate all of you. So thanks for being here. We're gonna do a quick and dirty review of the SpiritWorld album Helldorado, the highly anticipated album, one of the most highly anticipated albums coming out this week in the world of rock and metal, and end of the year. You know, based on this band, they've got a huge following and have really taken the music world by storm. And then later in the show, for a bonus, we're going to unveil the Ghost Cult album of the month for February. I know it's already late March, just about, but we're just trying to get that out into the world and take these monthly votes by our staff a little more, you know, honor them with a little more respect and seriousness that they deserve. And then you can use that information later in the year, come back to those streams and see what we chose month over month with some runners up. And then you're halfway to your year-end list, which we like a lot. I'm drinking a late night liquid death. Probably not the best thing for me, but oh well. Let us add the deck to the stage so we can talk about this with the sort of the SpiritWorld album cover here as the thumbnail. Again, I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, sharing, watching. If this is your first time here, thanks for being here. Please like and subscribe. Ghost Cult is your 24/7, 365 days a year rock and metal news source with album reviews, some of the most album reviews any website does in the music world, interviews with bands, concert and festival reviews, news and drama, all the things. New Music Friday, which is a thing we take very seriously. It'll be our New Music Friday post later tonight as well, or early Friday, where you can figure out what to pick up and buy this coming weekend. Thanks for being here. Somebody's on Twitch. If you follow us, feel free to follow back. Jump in the comments, and we will comment back. Also, before I begin, we'll just do the real quick jive. If you feel like supporting us, here's our live stream price menu for 2025. We'll always answer your questions for free, but obviously any donation is appreciated. Running these websites in this calendar year costs a lot of money. We'll still answer your questions for free. If you want to support us with a general donation, it's $3. You can buy us a coffee for $6. We will rate your song for $10 live on the air if you drop your song, preferably in YouTube, but a link to your music. And I always offer music business consulting calls. This is mainly the menu for tomorrow's show, but I'm just throwing it out here today in case anybody pops up and is feeling froggy. But I want to get through this review as well as possible, and here's where you can donate to us on Cash App, Ko-fi, or Venmo, and PayPal. All the things. We have all the things. Thanks for being here. All right. So let us get on with the pleasantries. There's our Cash App button if you want to just pause and go for yours. We are GhostCultMag.com once again. All right. And yep. Put this back in the comments there and keep that up for a minute. All right. Back to this. Once again, just a reminder, we're also giving away concert tickets to see Exodus at their hometown show play All the Bonded by Blood and some hits. I believe it'll be their first show back with Rob Dukes on vocals. It is only in Berkeley, California. We are not providing tickets to travel to Berkeley, California, just tickets to the show. Feel free to enter. You still have some time to get in on this. And you enter on our Instagram. The link will be in our description as well. So SpiritWorld, man, this is a band that's been coming on for quite a while. They really debuted during the pandemic with their debut. Their Heldorado's their third album. Pagan Rhythms was their first album back in the summer of 2020, in the death year, the plague year, and it was just Stu Folsom, who's the mastermind of the band. He's the stir that straws the drink, the main songwriter, the leader, maybe even a spiritual guide, if you will, for the band, just combining sort of a country aesthetic and vibe and American frontierism with sort of horror and death metal lyrics, as well as hardcore vocals and thrash metal songs, and kind of a lot of Slayer worship and some Hatebreed vibes. It's such a cool band. Pagan Rhythms is such a cool album, a little more stripped down. They're the sort of American frontier and Native American lore that the band pulls from is called Death Western. And Stu is also quite a great author of books. I'm a big fan of his book Godlessness. The second album was Death Western in 2022, and now 3 years later they have Helldorado about to drop on Century Media Records. And it's a fantastic album. I think Death Western might have been a little heavier and direct, and in this case Helldorado is a little more diverse. If you were a person that thinks Ghost is cool, but we would like them to be heavier, I'm not comparing Ghost and SpiritWorld, but I think that there's some similarities with some of the catchier songs and what Ghost is trying to do, like sort of make a subversive, catchy song. Obviously, the album opens up with Abilene Grime, Abilene, Texas, like Abilene Grime, and it's got a little sort of Western theme feel, and then it has a horror movie scream, and then it kicks into a track. There's so many excellent songs on here. It's really one of the best releases I've heard this year. No Vacancy in Heaven is killer. Western Stars in the Apocalypse, Bird Song of Death. I think some of the more diverse songs like Prayer Lips and Nihilism, the final track, are super interesting. And again, what they're trying to accomplish with this stuff, I think, has not really been done before. They are in their own lane. I don't think there's really any other band that sounds like them, which is amazing. Other really killer songs are Waiting on the Reaper, Oblivion, and Stigmata Scars. Obviously, there's a tremendous interest in this band and album. It's got a ton of guests, including saxophonist RJ DeMarco. It's got like a real Rivers of Nihil and Ghost Sexy Sax part on Prayer Lips. And then, they have Zach Blair of Rise Against, formerly of Gwar, and a Texan joining along on Oblivion, which is probably the best track on the whole record. Of course, Black Braid's Saga Sawa is on here. We've interviewed him. Killer. We're huge Black Braid fans. They were our album of the year a while back, and just phenomenal stuff. And like I said, there's a lot of great hardcore energy. Fred Leclerc, a creator formerly of Dragon Force, drops in a lead guitar on Stigmata Scars. So there's a lot of guests, but it's not like they're not a novelty. The guests make the album and the songs better. I don't think it's like, oh, let's get some features on here for the hype. I don't think that's it at all. I think this band is very thoughtful about their songwriting. I think it's important to them. They know that they're an interesting and compelling band, and they're trying to rise up to the sort of the bar they set very high on those first two records, Pagan Rhythms and Death Western. We gave Helldorado a 9 in our review, and I gotta say, I have to back that completely. Here's the band decked out in their Western garb with Stu in the middle. And, let me just read this quote from our review. I want to read our own Gary Alcock, who's one of our most masterful and experienced writers at Ghost Cult. He wrote this awesome quote. There's sort of a top quote about Frederick, but this quote here at the bottom I really rather like. Let's see. From its weighty production to the balancing act of different styles and moods, Helldorado is a perfect blend of country music and metal groove, living proof, if ever wherever it needed, that you really haven't heard all hardcore has to offer. And again, I think Gary uses hardcore as a catch-all. I think there's a lot of thrash and even some death metal influence on this band. It's mostly kind of feels like a hardcore band with thrash and country leanings. So if you just added country music to some of the best Hatebreed music, you would get like a very hate breedy vibe. I do feel like the Slayer worship is on point here as well, which I really appreciate. So that is our quick and dirty live video review of Helldorado. The link will be in the description where you can read the full review if you so choose. Just a reminder again, we're at that halfway point in the video. Here is our tip menu one more time. If anybody pops in and wants to just give us a tip, again, this will be prominently featured tomorrow on the live stream, later today, not tomorrow, as it is 1 a.m. Pacific. Let's talk about Ghost Cult's album of the month for February. Our staff voted on this, as we have done this year, and we do every year, but and then we do a big staff vote and a giant countdown video, as well as a 75-1 countdown on our site at the end of the year, usually early December. So our album of the month for February is not the most typical and expected one, but not a complete surprise. It is Venamoris, To Cross or To Burn. This is the sort of romantic, ethereal goth music album from Dave Lombardo and his wife Paula. You know Dave Lombardo, formerly of Slayer and Testament and Suicidal, currently of Mr. Bungle and Misfits and Dead Cross, which we interviewed him, and he said Dead Cross might be doing some stuff, as well as countless other projects. He played on the new Imperial Triumphant record. So Dave is obviously world renowned, but his wife Paula is actually a very accomplished, wonderful singer, and this is their second album, and they've made some EPs and Christmas music. But this album is really special. I wasn't surprised to see it actually nose out some very tough competition to be the album of the month. I think it's probably a little unconventional in terms of the more typical big name bands, but I think it's a phenomenal record. It's out now on Epic Hack Recordings. Here's a cool, bizarre photo of Dave and Paula. Here, we'll just put this in here for a second. Really artistic photo. Dave plays a ton of guitar on the record. That album also has a lot of guest artists, including Gary Holt and Alex Skolnick and Trevor Dunn of Mr. Bungle. And Dave actually wrote all the music and played all the guitars on this record. So I think that's really special and interesting to me. I didn't know how much he played guitar and how many. He's actually quite a guitar collector, which is amazing. And we did I was really humbled and honored to do a great interview with Dave and Paula on our YouTube that ran last week. I'll link that also here in the video and the description, and you should definitely check that out. So I'm really proud of that. I believe the album review was done on our website by Tom Osmond, who's our managing editor. And I'm really proud of this. I love that Ghost Cult staff continues to surprise me. We're a very diverse team with a lot of different tastes and likes. And I'm still pretty impressed that they can surprise me and impress me with the voting. It's never so obvious, and it's great to have kind of an unconventional pick here. Here are some runners-up, our other albums in the top 5 albums of February that you should be checking out. Obviously, no brainer, Killswitch Engage. This Consequence, out on Metal Blade Records, phenomenal record. It was reviewed by our own Charlie Hill. And I interviewed Joel Strozel of Killswitch Engage. We had a phenomenal chat, caught up on like old friends, and it's a real crushing record. It's actually some of the most brutal music Killswitch Engage has ever made, especially in the second Jesse Leach era. Blast beats, death metal guitar, brutal screams from Jesse. He's really tuned up and honed in on his instrument like never before in that respect. And then obviously it's always got the catchy metalcore and great choruses and very thoughtful and evocative lyrics. Also a runner-up for album of the month. This is Ren, Black Rain Falls, I believe. Is this Ren? Nope, this is Unrequited. I'm sorry. Unrequited, A Pathway to the Moon, which was written up by our own Ralka Skedgerseth. And this is a really terrific album. It's kind of atmospheric black and doom metal, or atmospheric black metal. And I've seen the band live. They're really phenomenal, perhaps underrated in this whole scene. That record is out now on Prophecy Productions once again. And so it's Unrequited, A Pathway to the Moon. The next record is again, and I think that some of these choices, maybe caught me off guard a little bit, but I'm so pleased that, again, we have these diverse records. This is Ren Black Rain Falls, another black metal record, and again a bit of an underrated record for the year. It's nice to see so many cool black metal records getting their pub this year. This review was from Duncan Evans. This is out on Church Road Records, kind of black metal, sludge, a doom metal adjacent. Just a little bit of black metal, but different kinds of things. There's also some jazz metal and some other avant-garde stuff, and just a really fun band. The UK is just turning out some of the best metal in recent years, the last few years. And then finally, rounding out our top 10, Sediction by Hangman's Chair. They're also kind of a fun multi-genre hyphenate band, but mostly very post-punk goth vibes, and I really think this is a fantastic band, and very consistent album to album, and this is one of probably their strongest album. So these are 5 records you should check out for February, as well as Helldorado by SpiritWorld for March. And that is our quick and dirty video on these things. I just wanted to kind of get it and get out and move on with the rest of my work and my night. But thanks for hanging with Ghost Cult. Again, I will update everybody about the schedule, the updated schedule for tomorrow. Our live stream will probably be about midday Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern, later on in the evening, other places. But please, thanks for being here. Feel free to stay tuned. I appreciate everybody for sharing this time with us. Hey, it's me one more time from my remote location in Northern California in the East Bay. Thanks for being here. I'm Keith from Ghost Cult. If you're new here and you enjoyed this video, drop us a comment. If you did not enjoy this video, drop us a comment and let us know. I don't have an ending for this, so I'll see you later today. Peace out.